thinking critically during a situation, problem solving. We have life skills of communication, interpersonal skills. All those, basically, there are 10 of them. They help us move in the right way in life. So if you have these life skills on you, someone can even tell for sure that guy is smart, that guy knows how to deal with people. That is interpersonal skills. That guy can articulate himself. That is communication skill. That guy is able to sort out issues. That is critical thinking. So we need all of them. But to dwell so much on what we are talking about here today is decision making. What is decision making? Mainly, this comes up during moments when there is a problem and you have to take a decision between two options. And you're like, okay, what do I do? Eh? And many times we are faced with this challenge, and people, even before you think, because decision making is based on two things: intuition, that is a gut feeling. You annoy me, and I will either talk to you badly, or I will sit back and say, really, do I have to answer this person badly? So when you either follow the intuition or you sit down and analyze the process before you take any decision, that is very, very important. So decision making comes in two ways. Either you go by intuition, the gut feeling, you're sparked off immediately by emotions and you take a decision, or you first sit down and say, okay, I think I need to go for that girl. You first sit down and say, what is going to happen? How do I approach her? Is she a marriage material? Do I want to get married? Do I need this course? If I do this course, what do I want to become in future? What do I want to do with this? Like you analyze the situation, because normally people take decisions based on the environment, just anyhow. Because Isaac drives a good car, let me just go and also buy it. So some decisions are influenced by environment. Some decisions are influenced by your past experience. You sit down and say, okay, I think the last time I invested in this business, I put in my 10 million. It turned out that I by the time it was done, I had only 3 million. Next time I better be careful. So those are past experiences. They help us make the right decision. Like you sit down and analyze. So either way, whichever thing you follow, either you should add the two together, intuition and the process, for you to be able to come up with the right decision in life. Otherwise, if you just go by emotions, you can easily get in trouble. If you follow the process, sometimes it takes so long. That is the procrastinating. You're like, yeah, it takes 7 years for someone to drive a car. Let me first work, do this. Like you take a lot of time. So either way, but if you add the two things, the gut feeling, which is always the right thing, and then you add up with the process, you'll be able to take a right decision.
Interesting. And why this topic is actually very important. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the first program we did was about youth in business, and then we brought up some guests who were speaking about innovation and at what point do young people actually be innovative and do business, and then later we brought someone who talked about what they're doing in the communities and why they should train people to produce things at a village level and the opportunities that are right there. Now, this topic right here becomes important because it continues the thread that we've been having. So you are a young person, not even a young person. These days we use the word young not to mean babies, but to mean a 40-year-old. If you are a gentleman or a lady in the village, you want to start something. You've listened to us over a period of 4 weeks, the opportunities that we've brought, the business ideas or the innovation ideas that we've had. Now it comes to a point where you must make a decision. Am I going to be involved in rabbit rearing? Am I going to invest my 50,000 in this? So I think it's interesting that now today's topic talks about the importance
of
of
decision making.
decision making and why you must have that skill to know that this is the time that now I'm doing it. You know.
I need to do something.
Yes. But let's go back a little bit to what you do. You know, how has decision making, helped you in a way, the business that you run? And with that, I want us to you tell us what does it do and what inspired you to start it, and how did you first say maybe I'll start tomorrow, or maybe I should do this, and then, or do you just wake up and say okay, let's do it? So just a brief of what you do and how decision making has helped you in your organization.
Wow, that's a good one. Okay, what I can say, I come from a family of girls. Our mom was a single mother. Right from childhood, I watched her work so hard to make us who we are today. She was a single mother doing business. She was selling clothes in the market. So she would work so hard, leave so early, come back late. There were days she used to work in Kampala. She would be away for 6 days in a week. So I used to see her struggle so much. And I developed a very deep feeling for women, especially mothers who are single. Like I could see how she's the father, mother, and trying to balance stuff. So from childhood, I would keep saying, I love women. I think I need to do something for women. I want to make my mom proud. I want to help other women who are struggling. I would identify women who are going through so much and I would love it. So, not knowing that I was speaking something I would later do, but actually, from my campus, when I got married, I joined working. Then later on, I became a banker. And banking took a lot of my time. I was in banking for 9 years. Like literally, you go very early, you come back late, very tired. You were mother, you were wife. Like there was so much to do. But during those moments, there was a time I didn't have a job before banking. Then I just saw women. God spoke to me, I can say that. It was an inspiration from God. Like, there is something you can do before you get a job. I was jobless between the NGO work and the banking. God told me, you can inspire other people. You are educated, do something for the women. So I went and told the LC chairperson, you know what? Collect for me women. I want to talk to them. Luckily enough, that day when the LC went around talking to women, 50 women turned up in my house and they all came. I told them, you know what, we can do something. We can be good wives. We can be wonderful mothers. We can be rich. I just spoke to them positive words and they bought the idea. But when they bought the idea, I went back to God. I said, now what now?
So basically, it was passion. You spoke to these people passionately and because it was from your heart. And you said whatever you wanted to say.
Yes.
Not because you had planned it. It just came off your tongue.
But remember, I had a background of having passion from women and mothers.
Okay.
So I was looking for those women who are vulnerable. They're dealing with issues. They are married but poor. They're those who are HIV positive. They were all vulnerable women. So when I told them we can do something, they bought the idea. We started saving small. I told them we can save even from the little money our husbands leave for us. So women started collecting money. That year, we managed to save 700,000. To me, it was a very big achievement because they were selling cassava chips on the road. Those people who sell, should I say, like things on the veranda, those petty jobs. So they saved. I said, I think I can do this. I went back to God. God told me, yes, you can do it. So I did it for some time. Then I got a job in the bank. When I got the job in the bank, it was so hectic for me. It went on phasing until I could not handle them. So this comes back, the awake thing comes back in 2017. A deep voice came and said, there is something bigger you can do. Go back to where you started. So I started again. So to me, it has been God inspiring me, like telling me this is the next step, this is the thing. So 2017, when it was so deep, I went back. I went and told the women. Of course, they kept asking me, where are you? You used to inspire us because we would pray together, we would motivate each other, share our stories, encourage one another. we miss you, we need this. So when we went at this time, I went back full board. I said, okay, let me give it all my all. So I even got people to volunteer with me. I told these people, you come, there's something we can do with this